All right, welcome in everybody to Saturday's edition of Daily Bread, coming at you live right at 11:10 on the East Coast. So grab that coffee if you're joining with us on the West Coast. We'll get you in and out of here in 15 minutes to let you know what you need to be betting in the MLB and MLS today. Tomorrow's episode, be sure to be checking in and tuning in for that one. We know everyone will enjoy it. The show is powered by the Wise Guys Diamond Club. Be sure to be checking them out. It's not too late to join the weekend deal, but you might as well grab that week or month package while you're at it. We're live on Twitter at Daily Bread Media. Make sure to give us that like and retweet there. We still can't feature your comments there. StreamYard and Twitter going to just have that constant beef. So hop over to YouTube, the number one spot to be, to drop your best bets. Let us know what you're rocking with, if you're fading us, or whatever the hell you want to talk about in the chat. We got the number one out there, and it's because of all of you. But Sosa, how you doing today on this lovely Saturday?
I'm feeling all right, man. No basketball today. Finally, a day off after every day for the playoffs. Right? It's been an interesting week, an interesting start to the first round. Got through the first round finally last night. No game 7 required. John Morant and them closed it out. I will say this: they weren't super impressive, but what they did do was they won, and that's all that really matters at this particular juncture. Just win the game, win the series, on to the next. Obviously, now they go back home and they get Golden State. I do want to give a shout out to Ant Edwards. Just what else can we say? I mean, he's a kid. Probably wish he had a couple plays back in the series, a couple little moments where he wasn't at his best. But they're extremely young. Hopefully they learn from this, grow from this, and they're able to ascend even more next year. So that's
the biggest thing I took away from it was there's been one team prior in the playoffs to this that has came back from multiple 20-point deficits to win the game, and that was the 2020 Heat. So, and that wasn't even in the same series. They did it 3 times in the series to the Wolves.
It's pretty insane.
No, I mean, that's just kind of where Pat Bev is the real leadership there. But I mean that's kind of where.
That, but if you can't gauge your expectations or what's going to happen if you've never been somewhere. They've never been in that situation before. Just like last year, they weren't in. Let's go.
Best of luck, Chad.
Let's go, Chad. Best of luck with whatever it is that you want. I know you're going to say healthy, but we know what you want. But my biggest takeaway and only real takeaway from this series is this: one team's dumb, the other one's dumber. They're young, inexperienced. Memphis got to the playoffs last year. They looked exactly like Minnesota did against them this year.
Mm-hmm.
My expectation for this Minnesota team is a level of ascension. That's all. That's the only expectation now. You make the playoffs, get better, go up, go higher. That's it now. Anthony Edwards, I think that he has proven that. Listen, this is my team. It's going to go out on my dime from here on out. 20 years old. Yeah, he gave Cat ample opportunities to show that he's the alpha. He's not. Karl-Anthony Towns is a beta male. Shout out to my boy King David, man. He said it right. He's soft. He's not built for the moment. And what the fuck is all that, bro? You blew a 10-point lead. You blowing kisses. They hate your fucking guts right now. A 20-year-old showed more resolve than you. You're a bitch.
Yeah, there's really not much to say about Cat. I was low on him the whole series. It's just what happens in Minnesota, almost regardless of any sport.
Soccer highlights, blowing kisses. The fuck. Come on, man.
Yep.
Come on, man.
All right, let's get into today's plays. Do we want to start it off with the MLB?
We get into the MLB. I got 4 plays for the people, all of which I've already taken. The lines are moving early already. First game I'm on today in the MLB is Minnesota versus Tampa Bay. I like McClanahan on the mound for Tampa Bay. He's been absolutely lights out. Freak of nature. Reason why he was a top pick. He's obviously turned the corner as far as being a full-time starter and being the guy. I like the Tampa Bay Rays first 5 run line at -125. You could possibly get it for a better price on a different book that's currently on FanDuel. It's a perfect spot. McClanahan here, obviously. Obviously, yesterday, fucking Dylan Bundy reverted back to being Dylan fucking Bundy. He stinks, and he showed us that he stinks again. Like he almost had us in the first half, the first 3 starts, but he's never again. Just ask the guy to get me out of 1 inning. He couldn't even do that. And the rest of the game, they were pretty clean. So fuck Dylan Bundy, and we're fading the fucking Twins again today. First 5, McClanahan, book that.
Can't argue with that one whatsoever there. I'm going to go back for 2 plays in this one here, back to the same game that we were on yesterday and cashed. You know where we're going with. We're taking the Padres team total for the full game and the first half because it's Brubacher Day, one of our favorite days of the week. I mean, they're just going to keep rolling them out at this point. We're going to keep appreciating it. That's the best way to put it there. So we got the team totals that we'll be rocking with. The Padres for the first half is extremely juicy. You can get that at 2. So what's the number you got on your book? Because I have 2.5 at +125.
I have 2.5 at +120.
All right, I'll rock with the 2.5 at +120 for the first game, or for +125, and then we'll rock with the full half over 4.5 at +106. So we'll double down on the Padres on our favorite day of fading Brubacher.
Yes, sir. And shout out to you, Darvish. You fucking stink.
Hey, he only let up 2 runs, though.
He fucking stinks, man. He always finds a way to cash us out. That means he sucks. I don't care if he won the game. He sucks enough to cash us out because we're just simply fading him. And we're going to get that from Brubaker today for certain. The next play I'm on today is in the New York Yankees game against the Kansas City Royals. 7-11 start. I'm on the Yankees team total over 5. They've reached this number in 6 straight. The bats are hot. We continue to ride what's hot. Obviously, Garrett Cole has settled in. Well, it seems like he's settled in. He's obviously, an elite talent, but the sticky stuff has him 50-50 on the bullshit that he can pull off. So we're going to go with the Yankees today to score 5 runs at +103.
I like it. And yeah, Steven, I definitely know you need some bread after being in Disney. That place is probably more expensive as hell right now.
Yes, sir.
Who else do we like on the mound today from backing or a fading perspective here? The Phillies coming off a no-hitter or combined no-hit appearance.
Oh, man, you guys are in the dirt right now. I got nothing to say about that organization.
What to say, and you can get the Mets at a short line, -124.
Not touching the game. The only other game that I'm interested in betting today is I'm rocking with the Boston Red Sox first 5 run line against Baltimore. It's simply a fate of the Baltimore organization, which is an absolute joke, period, for me. The Cincinnati Reds, those 2 teams, they deserve to be relegated. I wish they could be relegated. Unfortunately, this is American sports, and they don't do that shit.
Yeah, that was the only other look that I had that I wanted to rock back from yesterday was to see if we took the Rockies. The money line's too juiced at that -140 spot. So you'd have to go with the run line, and that's only at +120. I think I'll stay off it today, but we just got to keep eyeing in when the books just fuck up and make the Reds close to that even mark. We haven't done it every time that they've made it, but you just take your chances there, and Rockies are a solid home club, so I can't knock you if that's one of your plays as well.
Absolutely. But yeah, man, let's get into the most important part of Daily Bread. When Rex gets the soccer money. That's what I showed up for today.
You showed up for the MLS, but you won't watch a single match. So what does that really say? You just like money.
There's no need to watch. As long as the bets cash, I don't care. You don't even like watching the MLS.
Yeah,
You
I
only
do.
like watching
I
Union
go.
games.
I was about to say I go to the games.
Right.
Everyone's back on the Giants wagon, so that's been the most consistent chat from 3 different players so far.
Fair. Everybody's back on the Giants. Yeah, I mean, why wouldn't you roll? But the first 5 is so juiced, man. Like it's just some bullshit.
And then you got City. You're going to be watching the City Leeds match since you guys took care of business up north today in Newcastle. So,
no, not watching them.
all right, well, I'm rocking the Austin shirt. We have one of the Texas derbies. It's the newer one. It's not the OG one between Houston and Dallas, but Austin, they're coming on hot. They're coming off hot. Houston just took the first L in a little bit. Houston's not built to score goals. They're built to keep clean sheets. Austin's going to bring it to them a little bit more. Austin does succeed better at home, but with the way Drewsy's been playing right now, I'm going to be taking them on the plus 0.25. So the Asian handicap there, splitting the bet for them to pull out a result at minus 110. First match of the day starts at 1:30.
Let's go.
Name one player.
Not
on either of those teams, just in general.
From which team now? Austin?
Anywhere. No, anywhere. Name one MLS player.
Oh, man. Carlos Vela.
Yes, all right. Phew.
Come on, man. Like, don't do me like that. Like, come on.
I was say your boy Shaqiri's playing too.
Don't do me like that. Jesus Christ. Come on. Like, I know some of the guys. Like, no, that's fucked up. That was fucked up. Like, come on. Like, you can ask.
I thought you could get Shaqiri
like, which
as
schools
the
have a
layup
Heisman winner and a fucking and a president or won a Super Bowl and as a president. Like, ask me shit like that. That was fucked up. But it's cool. It's cool. It's all right. It's all right. It's cool.
I was about to say, you got Shaqiri too. That should have been the easiest one.
Man, nah. Shout out to Carlos Vela, man, my boy. Is he with LAFC?
Yeah, he still is. They don't play till tomorrow, unfortunately.
Okay. And you try to. This is the second time you tried to play me with MLS. You asked me what El Tráfico was, and I'm like, obviously, I knew what that was too. Like, come on, man. Like,
just making sure you're sharp, man. Just making sure you had your Wheaties or your coffee this morning. Making sure you're solid. We have to get. We said the show is going to be 15 minutes. We said the show is going to be 15 minutes today, so I just had to milk it to make sure that we made the quota mark there.
Awesome. As long as we're on the same page. Man said name one MLS player. I was about to say like
name
Ben
another
Olsen.
one.
Like, nah, he's a coach now.
See, the chat liked it. It worked out pretty well for us.
It's cool. Roy Lassiter.
I don't think that's one.
He doesn't play anymore. That's before your time, young blood. Don't worry about that.
No, it's just the OG 6.
Yeah, I'm talking about like, you know, the Carlos Bedoya days. You know what I'm saying? Right. Look at my boy Evan. He knows. Evan knows.
Tomorrow, 10:30.
Tomorrow,
we're gonna hype it up at the end of the show.
We're back. Yes, sir.
All right, the way we're going to wrap it up today is we're going to play Sporting Kansas City, who are fading another Texas team here on the money line at plus 130. That match goes off at 8:30. Sporting is always a solid team to be backing at home when you can not have to pay the minus money. The back line's a little bit of a mess for them, and Polito's still not up top, but Saloy should be getting back into it.
Yes, sir.
Other than that, look for lineups. It's a mess as always. You never know who's going to be playing for MLS until you get to the lineups tomorrow. Roundtable. If you saw us last weekend or 2 weekends ago with it, we'll be bringing back the same cast and crew. We won't have to talk about 16 matchups this time, so it won't go nearly as long.
Be much shorter. 4 on each side. 6 are in the and listen, anyone thinking that I'm scared about Embiid not being available, y'all are just overrating the fuck out of this Miami Heat team. We'll talk more about that tomorrow, but stop overrating this team. Stop lying to us about this Heat culture bullshit. They can be had. They're not some juggernaut. Kick rocks with your feet without socks on.
Kirby, I definitely agree with that one, especially the way that the coach was going after it. But New England's kind of in a mess right now, and yeah, they're at home, but laying minus 202. I hope you're putting that in a parlay as your anchor, which I couldn't knock it, but that team hasn't been clean up there in New England this year.
Oh, there he is, G. Dale, what's up, bro? Welcome. Hope you're having a wonderful weekend. Can't wait to beat the shit out of the Heat this next week and a half.
Wow.
Sincerely, Sosa.
You know what? I also like Montreal on the money line as well. We're adding it in. That's sitting at even. Fading Atlanta. That's another squad that's been a mess. There's your 3 MLS plays. Brings me to 5 for the day. Make sure to give us a like, give us a retweet, give us a subscribe. Tomorrow, 10:30. Well, we got Crispy Cap and Finesse. We have Jammer, us two, J
Money.
All will be back with us live. Make sure you share it with everyone. Share it with your girlfriend. Share it with your mom, your grandma, your dad, whoever. It's the #1 spot. We gave out series winners. Jammer gave out and nailed, I think, 4 of the 8, the exact series winners he gave out on the show. So shout out to him. So make sure to be tapping in with us tomorrow. Everyone enjoy the day, and we're out.
I'm at Tootsie's too. Lemon pepper.